Vsauce, Kevin here, and I've got the scientifically perfect meal to whiten my teeth. A toothpaste sandwich and a glass of warm pee. Okay, this might be a stretch, but someone on Reddit really wanted to know whether eating a toothpaste sandwich would brush your teeth, so we're gonna think about it. This sounds nuts, but it's not. Wrestling legend The Big Show famously claimed to live off toothpaste sandwiches before he made it big. It's got all the basic mechanics you need. Gentle abrasion delivered in a gooey, mouth-filling medium, and even the bread plays a role in whitening your teeth. But why do humans use toothpaste at all? And what did we do before 3D Ultra Whitening Peroxide Advanced Fluoride Minty Cavity Protecting Whole Mouth Health for Sensitive Teeth Goop lined supermarket shelves? And why would I buy $17 buckthorn and cardamom boutique toothpaste when I can just chew sticks? First of all, cleaning your chompers is not a new concept. It's old, like really, really old. There's Neanderthal evidence from 130,000 years ago that suggests they used toothpicks. And there are fillings dating back 13,000 years found in Tuscany. That's the late Upper Paleolithic. And analysis showed manually enlarged cavities packed with plant fibers and hair fillings. People have chewed stuff to clean their teeth for a long time, and they still do. It's like those dental treats you give to dogs. Chew twigs are crude, but they actually work. Everybody did this. Babylonia, Egypt, China. In Africa and the Middle East, the Salvadora persica is known as the toothbrush tree. The chewing sticks are called miswak, and miswak extract has antibacterial properties that control plaque. Several of the Islamic prophet Muhammad's hadiths recommend miswak chewing before entering one's house, before and after a journey, when you wake up and go to bed, basically the times that we brush our teeth. And the World Health Organization has even noted miswak in the prevention of oral disease. All right, that's chewing. Let's talk toothpaste. Talk paste? The medium that makes teeth cleaning happen is called a dentifrice, so toothpastes or tooth powders that work with a cleaning tool. 7,000 years ago, Egyptians were already using a powder weirdly similar to what's in this sandwich, except it had ox hooves, pumice, and eggshells as abrasives. A couple thousand years after that, Sumerians in Mesopotamia were trying to kill mythical tooth worms that they thought caused decay. Even in the 1700s, British and American toothpaste recipes called for ingredients like burned bread. My scorched toast in the video about whether lightning kills fish would have worked, but now over half of toothpaste is coarse material like calcium carbonate or silica, which is the main component of sand in a lot of places. This is basically putting the sand back in sandwich. In the 1700s, the practice of dentistry separated from general medicine. Pierre Fauchard's the surgical dentist slowly encouraged professionals focus specifically on dental pathologies and treatments, including preventative care like refining powders and pastes. Modern toothpastes have some flavor additives so the taste isn't awful, fluoride to remineralize teeth, and foaming agents to expand and get between them. It's like a tiny little version of Mark Rober's hyper-expanding devil's toothpaste, except it doesn't require a 2,000-pound rocket thruster. Just sort of tickles your tongue and dislodges little pieces of meatloaf. Meatloaf the food, not the man. Okay, so how well would chewing this sandwich actually work to clean your teeth? It depends on how well you know calculus. You think differential equations are hard? Plaque is easy enough to remove, but what it morphs into when it hardens is called calculus. And that's when you're going to need a dentist. But if you've just got a little plaque and need daily maintenance, how many chews How many chews of the sandwich, Kevin? People seem to chew bites of food an average of 32 times, and a sandwich this size is probably like 9 bites. That's 288 chews, but we're only working with 2 dentifrices here, the bread and the toothpaste. Not any tools to activate it or apply pressure to the abrasives. If it takes me 5 minutes to eat this, that's nearly 60 chews per minute. An electric toothbrush can go over 20,000 movements per minute, and an ultrasonic toothbrush generates 192 million movements per minute. Oh, look at the time. It's urine mouthwash o'clock. Having clean, white teeth signals strong health. Egyptians used vinegar, which we now know is too acidic. Early European dental quacks used sulfuric acid, which is way too acidic. These harm the enamel, and you want enamel. The Romans used urine. This is apple juice. Stop thinking this is urine. It's apple juice. Look. The juice of an apple, not the juice of me. Anyway, back in my video about scurvy, I highlighted the poet Catullus's observation that the higher the polish on your teeth, the more it proclaims that you have drunk your piddle. The ammonia in urine whitens teeth, and if it's sloshing around the abrasives in toothpaste, it's kind of like when you swim in the ocean for a while and you come out and your skin's a lot smoother. You basically just got water sanded. So, all right. What about eating toothpaste? You can't do that, right? Wrong. Right. You really shouldn't eat toothpaste. Here's why. Swallowing a little bit of toothpaste isn't a big deal. Sodium fluoride is a toxin, but you need to ingest 5 to 10 grams of it for it to be lethal, which is like 7 or 8 tubes of toothpaste. Even my sandwich here is only half a tube. The worst that's going to happen is probably gastrointestinal distress, but when kids eat too much toothpaste, it can lead to dental fluorosis, which is the hypomineralization of tooth enamel from excess fluoride. And let's face it, toothpaste is expensive to eat. Seriously, this toothpaste costs 4 times more per ounce than peanut butter. Why wouldn't I just eat crunchy peanut butter filled with nut abrasives on the same burned bread my colonial ancestors used as toothpaste and do it all for a quarter of the price? I could even add something like psyllium husk fiber for a little more safe grit and have it stabilize my digestive system at the same time. But look, the main question here is whether eating toothpaste sandwiches can clean your teeth. And the answer is yes, absolutely. Just not very well or very efficiently, and you don't want to eat a whole bunch of toothpaste. You probably wouldn't be able to reverse any accumulation of plaque, and definitely not calculus, but if you ate one of these every day of your life, it would play a role in maintaining your dental health. There are just a lot safer and cheaper and better ways to do it, but this is one way to do it, especially if the bread is burnt. And as always, thanks for watching. Real quick, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. I'm always learning, and Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of great classes for creators. I'm gonna tell you a secret. YouTube needs more thumbnail artists. And if you're new to Photoshop, there's the Essentials training course taught by Adobe certified instructor Dan Scott. If you've got the basics down, just take his advanced course or apply techniques like background creation from Temi Coker's digital poster design course. The fact is, YouTube needs your skills, and you can learn for less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. And if you don't want to make thumbnails for some reason, I don't personally understand, but that's okay. There are classes on video editing, photography, illustration, and much, much more. You will find what you need. So here's the deal. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership so that you can kickstart your learning, okay? Bye. Oh, it's minty. mostly just tasting the burnt bread, so it's not that bad. I was scared of this part. Now that I'm here, there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't eat toothpaste sandwiches. Oh, that's a combination. Thanks, colonial ancestors.